Hello friends, this is the continuation video of the previous video which I have stopped abruptly in between. Sorry for that. Here we were discussing about the hysteresis curve and the output waveforms. Both of them are clear, I feel. Now we will see some of the equations based on our theory which we have explained till now. Hysteresis curve H, this length is nothing but VUT point minus VLT point, right? So if you put the equations, VUT is V saturation divided by R1 plus R2 into R2 minus of minus becomes, because VLT is minus V saturation divided by R1 plus R2 into R2. So because of this, it becomes 2 times V saturation divided by R1 plus R2 into R2. Okay. So this is about basic inverting Schmidt trigger. We will move forward. Now I will leave this for you as an assignment. You need to write non-inverting Schmidt trigger. You have to draw the diagram, you have to draw the hysteresis curve, you have to draw the output voltage curves with explanation and necessary equations, and you need to submit. Okay, still I will just give a glimpse of this. Try to understand the diagram and compare with the inverting type of Schmidt trigger. Here non-inverting Schmidt trigger, because of this input is given to the positive, negative terminal is grounded. Okay, now here at point A will act as a reference voltage point. You remember this, because negative terminal is grounded, the negative terminal has been not given with any reference voltage or input supply. So input supply is given to positive terminal, and through feedback the point A is acting as a reference voltage, V reference. Now to satisfy the condition of positive feedback, you observe, because it is a non-inverting, there will be no change in the phase. The output will be same as the input, and the same positive output is given back to the positive terminal. So condition of positive feedback fulfilled. Okay, now how it works: when V input is greater than V reference plus V reference voltage, output will be plus V saturation. When V input is less than minus V reference voltage, output will be minus V saturation, which is opposite to the inverting type of the op amp which we studied earlier. And according to that, the hysteresis, you observe, the hysteresis band H will remain same for both. The directions have been changed, but when V input is greater than VUT, output is now plus V saturation, unlike the previous diagram. And when V input is less than minus V reference, that is less than VLT, V reference minus V reference is equal to VLT, the output is minus V saturation. This is nothing but transfer curve or hysteresis loop. Now if you want to study no more, means say your output is plus V saturation, that means V input is greater than VUT. Slowly you are decreasing your input voltage. Say for example it is now less than VUT but still greater than VLT. In this case your output will remain as V saturation, previous state. It will remain as plus V saturation only until you reach less than VLT. Once you reach, your input voltage reaches less than VLT or minus V reference voltage, your output changes from plus V saturation to minus V saturation. For all the values less than minus V reference or VLT, your output will remain minus V saturation only. And say for example now you are increasing from VLT towards VUT, you are increasing your input, it will remains minus V saturation only, because the previous state of your output voltage will remain, that is minus V saturation. It will remain minus V saturation till VUT. Once you cross VUT, more than VUT, your output becomes plus V saturation. Like this it will work. And This diagram is input output waveform diagram for non-inverting type of Schmitt trigger, which is exactly opposite to the inverting type of Schmitt trigger. You draw this, and now to get plus V reference minus V reference, plus V reference means VUT, minus V reference means VLT. VUT is what? Voltage at point A. Voltage at point A here. So this voltage means what? Current in this resistor into this resistor, that is I input into R2, correct? So VUT is I input into R2. Now what is I input? I input is nothing but current flowing through this R2. The current flowing through R2 will be same as current flowing through R1. Why? Because the op-amp's input current will be 0. The whatever current flowing through R2 will flow through R1 also. So what happens? Now I input is equal to voltage across this resistance divided by this resistance. Current is equal to. So it becomes V0 divided by R1. I input is equal to V0 divided by R1. What is V0? V0 is plus V saturation. Okay. So in this case, because you are trying to get upper triggering point, it will be plus V saturation only. So VUT is equal to I input into R2. I input is V saturation by R1. So VUT becomes V saturation into R2 divided by R1. Similarly, VLT will become minus V saturation into R2 divided by R1. So hysteresis curve H becomes 2 times V saturation into R2 by R1. This is the study of non-inverting type of Schmitt trigger. These two Schmitt triggers are very important for your examination point of view. So therefore I am putting more time over here. So you may always expect one 10 or 12 marks question in your external exams. Okay. Now you go through these problems. These problems are very easy. I have selected 2 problems and given, and you write them and try to solve them and submit them as assignment. If you are not getting these problems here, how these R2 and R1 designed formulas are given. Trigger voltage divided by I2. R1 is equal to V0 minus trigger voltage divided by I2. Sorry. And you have calculated R2 and R1 in this problem. Are you able to see this? Design an inverting Schmitt trigger to have trigger voltages of plus or minus 4 volt. Use op-amp 741 with supply plus or minus 15 volt. So these are the values. If you are not, I hope these are clear now. Okay, this is the problem statement. And these are the formulas for designing. Okay, similarly there is one more problem, small problem. For a non-inverting regenerative comparator shown in figure, this is based on non-inverting, that is inverting, previous problem. Calculate the tripping voltage, that is VUT and VLT he is asking. You know the formula for VUT and VLT. He has given V saturation. So just look at this. These 2 resistances values he has given. One is R1, one more is R2. R1 and R2 he has given. You know the formula for VUT and VLT. Put the value of R1 and R2 and V saturation. Calculate the VUT and VLT. So the video is becoming lengthier. So I hope all the points are very much clear. Please submit the thing as assignment which I have told. The earlier video is of about 17 or something minutes, and this is of about 10 minutes. Actually, because of some disturbance, I stopped the first video, and for that reason I needed to make one more. So please go through both the videos, otherwise you will not get anything. Okay, I will put the assignments in Google classroom and I will send the link. Thank you very much.